All right, we are recording, and welcome to episode 18 of the Matt JD podcast. My name's Matt.
I'm JD.
And we got a pretty good podcast for you today.
Yeah, interesting topics.
Yeah, it feels like we haven't recorded a podcast in a while, but really it's only been a week.
Yeah, that's because, we're just so obsessed with Game of Thrones, but...
Plus, school has been crazy, so we haven't been as active on social media and stuff.
So it's just weird.
Speaking of social media, follow the socials.
Yes.
Matt JD popping up on the screen. Twitter, Instagram.
All over the place.
Summer vacation's pretty much here, so we're going to be posting all day, every day. Yeah, absolutely.
And one thing, for anyone that views our Instagram, if you're going to view the stories and there's a poll,
just vote.
Just vote. It takes one click.
Even if we say, hey, are you watching Game of Thrones? And you're not watching Game of Thrones, say no.
There's a no option.
Yeah, exactly. We always give you an option you want to answer.
It breaks my little heart.
I know.
Every time someone doesn't vote and they do this.
Man. Me too. All right, but what are we talking about today? We are talking about the Met Gala.
Yeah, all the crazy outfits that come out of that.
Mm-hmm. What else we got?
We got a weird Airbnb, and we're not just talking about you stay at someone's house. This house is special,
it's interesting.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that later.
We're going to talk about Instagram. So there's some news coming from them, and we also have Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas. Some news about them.
Special news.
One of our favorite Game of Thrones
Big
couples.
News.
All right, so let's just get started.
Yeah,
we're talking about the Met Gala today.
So for everyone that doesn't know the Met Gala, because I don't really know.
We don't really know. We just
recently kind of found out what it is.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the Met is an art museum, so it's something to do with that. But that's not why anyone cares. All we care about is the outfits they wear. That's all everyone looks at.
Right. Everyone wears these extravagant outfits.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, where are they going? We don't know. Apparently, it's an art gallery.
No one even cares once you get inside. I mean, it's all about them walking in their crazy outfits. That's it. And I mean, I wear jeans and the same hoodies, like the same 4 or 5 hoodies. So I have no authority to judge these people, but we're gonna judge them nonetheless.
We're just gonna take a stroll through some of the more outlandish outfits of the event.
So first up, we got Travis Scott and his girl Kylie.
My man's looking like an SS soldier.
Because we'll talk about Kylie first, though.
Right.
She doesn't look normal, but she looks normal for this night.
Yeah.
Nothing too special. But then there's Trav.
He's literally he's got the ammunition pockets.
Yeah.
He's got the army grays or greenish
grays. He's got the whole
and
holster.
the big gloves. He looks straight out of the Imperial Army from Star Wars.
It's definitely an interesting getup. Not my first choice if I were to be going to one of these things.
Honestly, I feel like this Met Gala is more like a costume party.
Definitely. For some people. It definitely is.
I know fashion is outlandish, and there's different types of fashion. There's fashion in everyday life.
Yeah.
And then there's the fashion Paris, runways and the walks they do with these crazy outfits that no one really is going to wear in public.
Yeah.
But it's more for the famous people.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand it. But I just feel like this is more like a costume party than anything.
I mean, this happens every year, though. We see the craziest outfits. By the way, anyone listening on the podcast apps, definitely check out our YouTube channel because we're actually showing the pictures.
We're gonna do our best to describe them, but that's where you're gonna get the best quality.
All right, so moving on, we have Dwayne Wade. Recently retired from the NBA.
I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I really dig his outfit. I think it looks fresh.
Yeah. No, see, I agree because it's like a regular formal getup, but then he brings in a little bit of the craziness with the whole hood thing. Honestly, the hood's fresh.
It kind of looks like he's from Assassin's Creed with that thing on.
Yeah.
It's dope though. I give him credit for it.
I definitely like it. It's clean.
Yeah.
It's clean.
And he matches with his partner.
Yeah.
It's fresh. He's not.
Yeah, she's kind of wearing just the stuff you'd expect to see.
Yeah.
Then there's Dwayne Wade with a hood on.
Honestly, she's one of the more laid back versions of outfits that we're gonna see,
right? Because
some of them are crazy.
We got some more coming up. Yeah, this is one of them.
Oh, this is late.
I was confused when we originally searched this because I thought this was different years.
Yeah,
but this is the same night.
I know.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't get it at first, but then this dress, I know you guys might not be able to see it, or maybe I'll put a picture on screen.
Yeah.
But the first dress she walks in, the big pink dress, this thing is massive.
I know.
It's
it had a trail of dress for a mile.
And then this is all happening down the runway. She takes that off. I guess she has
I know. How long is this runway? Because she goes through two costume changes.
3 actually. Well, she goes from the pink, then to the black, then to the pink, and then to just her her bra.
Hey, real quick though, that's a pretty dope trumpet tattoo. I don't know if you guys can see this on the TV. He'll throw it up there as a picture. But yeah, nice trumpet tattoo. That's pretty dope.
It's mad.
Yeah. But yeah, just
it was
outlandish. Interesting. I mean, I don't really expect anything less from Lady Gaga though.
The thing about this is probably made by like top of the line designers.
Oh yeah.
Think how much these cost. They must cost pretty pennies.
Yeah, I forgot who it was. I think it was Casey Musgraves, who's a country artist. She went last night. She dressed up in this Barbie getup. We didn't get a picture, but her shoes were like $80, and it was like everyone was freaking out, like, oh my god, she's wearing such cheap shoes, and I'm like, I mean, $80 a pair of shoes if they look good, you know what I'm saying?
The thing about no, you're right, and the thing about style that people don't really understand, especially now in this new era, is that you don't have to have really expensive clothes to look nice. Like, your sense of fashion isn't going to increase if you buy, like, Gucci, Versace.
I mean, that's what everyone thinks.
Yeah, right. If you see a shirt and you just match it well, you're going to look fresh.
I mean, you're wearing a Champion shirt. Look at Champion as a brand.
That's crazy.
Smartest brand ever. They literally started out with, like, those cheap, simple sweatshirts that you find at Walmart.
Nobody wanted
for, like, $15. Mm-hmm. And then they started working their way up. Like, I remember when we were in middle school, like, Champion sweatshirts were a big thing.
Yeah.
Like the crew necks with just the simple Champion logo. Again, basic colors, probably like $20-$25. They started getting to like more and more stores. And now they're like on top of the world. Like everyone wants Champion stuff.
The crazy part about it is too, like you go on their site and they don't have much. It's very basic stuff.
I know. It's the simplest stuff.
Yeah.
Literally, simple colors, red, blue, white, black, gray.
Right.
The same logo on everything. Just recently they started putting their whole name on it. And like all of a sudden it's this awesome, logo.
Yeah.
But they really haven't changed much.
No.
They've kept it so simple. And I guarantee it costs like $3 to produce everything. Oh, yeah. And they sell it now for like, I think prices are up to like 40, 45 for their like simple, their like baseline stuff.
Right.
And then they have their Super Champ stuff that goes for like $100.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
Ridiculous. All right, moving on. Sorry for that tangent that we went on. Got our boy Jared Leto.
Okay, first of all, I barely know who Jared Leto is. I know he's in Suicide Squad.
I recognize the name. I don't really know what he's in.
He was in Suicide Squad as the Joker.
Yeah. Leave a comment if we're blatantly missing something huge that he was in, but I don't really know.
He looks completely different in this too. He's got like a beard now. Mm-hmm. He chose to wear.
He's rocking a dress. First off,
which I don't judge.
A ton of people were doing that last night.
Yeah, I don't care. You do you. That's fashion.
But that's not what we're interested in.
The crazy thing is, he's got like a model head of himself.
Yeah. It's like a head off a mannequin. Honestly, like those wax museums.
Yeah.
It's like he has a wax sculpture at one of those places, and he just took the head.
That's exactly what that is.
Yep.
And it's so odd. Like, I feel like it's just like such an insignificance
He's
to carry
just
around.
carrying it around, yeah.
And creepy.
I don't know.
Imagine if you went to like some fashion show or some art gallery and just, here's my head.
Here's my head. Some people are comparing it to Michael Scott and his papier-mâché costume.
I just, like I said, I think it's more of a costume party than anything else.
This one definitely proves that, because that just doesn't make any sense. All right, let's move on. Odell Beckham recently traded to the Browns, who actually today just said that he thinks the Browns will become the new Patriots. So that's an interesting take.
Even worse.
But yeah, he's rocking a skirt. I don't judge, but he's rocking a tuxedo jacket with the sleeves cut off. And
it's in a hat.
Yeah, and sneakers. You can't see it in the picture, but they might have been boots, but either way.
I mean, and I get it. It's like he's not the most outlandish here.
Yeah.
There's like crazy outfits, but like.
And don't get me wrong, like it's not a traditional baseball hat. Like it has like tuxedo fabric over it.
It's just not my style.
It's an interesting look.
Dwayne Wade just looks way fresher.
The only thing I like about this outfit though is how he has the necklace under the collar of the shirt. I think that looks fresh.
Yeah, that is fresh.
That's the only thing that actually looks cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm sorry, but he looks like an idiot.
This is what going to Cleveland does to you.
Yeah. And like I'm no fashion connoisseur, but it doesn't even look like the skirt matches the jacket. Like,
oh, you are
the
right.
patterns and the fabric and stuff. It just doesn't look the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it looks stupid.
That's a weird one.
Moving on to our power couple.
Yo, honestly, I mean, I think they look fresh.
I think so too. I like the colors.
This is an outlandish event. You're supposed to go a little crazy.
Yep.
But he didn't go. Joe Jonas didn't go too crazy, bro. He's
rocking a nice turtleneck,
nice and dapper. He's fresh.
Got the cool, shapes and colors going on.
Yeah.
And then our queen, Sophie Turner. Well, actually, your queen, not my queen. We can talk about that episode another time.
Screw Sansa.
But I know people are gonna slit the 4 people watching are gonna slit our necks for talking about Game of Thrones again. No, but Sophie Turner looking cool with the sparkles in her hair.
She looks kind of 80s-ish.
Yeah,
pretty fresh.
I definitely get an 80s vibe.
Pretty fresh.
I like it. Moving on.
Cardi B.
You guys, again, the 4 of you listening were probably like, they haven't talked about Cardi B in 2 episodes.
Surprise!
Well, here we go. I expect nothing less from Cardi B. She's like the modern day Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. I mean, it kind of fits her in a way because it's like that Spanish. She's like a Spanish flower.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just I feel like that's just so inconvenient to wear. It's like a what is it called? A quilt.
Looks like, I was gonna say the same thing. It looks like she's wearing a quilt. Like that has to be so warm.
Yeah.
You have to be sweating in there, right?
Yeah. It's like the bottom's a quilt, and then it morphs into this swim. The swimmers that have the caps.
Yep.
That's kind of what it morphs into.
Yeah. Again, I expect nothing less.
She looks like she should belong in some kind of Disney movie, A Wrinkle in Time or something.
What I want to know is after this, how long do they stay at this thing? Because some of these must be a pain in the ass to actually wear.
There has to be. She definitely changed into
something.
Can you
just go to this, walk through the line, and then leave?
No. I mean, you can. But
does anybody do it? I don't know. Or can you change into something else, a
they
simpler?
Definitely do.
Yeah.
There's no way she's strolling in with.
I know, walking around the whole night in that. I could only if I was her, I could only wear that for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'd be tripping over myself. Moving on to our mom and dad.
The craziest outfit of the night.
Tom Brady and Giselle. No, not crazy at all. Simple, but he's a god. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
So you have to appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you just have to love
a simple
him.
nod to my man, Thomas.
Well, see, there were people that just wore a simple black tuxedo. At least he threw some color in there.
He did?
He went with a nice suede maroon jacket.
He's not really a flashy guy either.
No. Because he's got the arm candy right there. He has Giselle to be flashy. That's her job.
That's true.
Modeling is her job.
You don't want to. I've learned from the Cardi B mob.
Yep.
I've seen that Offset one time kind of stole her glam. I guess now the thing is you're supposed to back off.
Yep.
You can't go too crazy. You let your girl get the
shine.
She's
the star of the show.
So you're right, Thomas.
Absolutely. He's the GOAT. All right, moving on. Zendaya. Now, you can't really see from this picture, but that dress might have been the coolest in the night because it was all gray and simple. Mm-hmm. And then this dude, I don't know if he's famous or not.
It looks like Fat Boy, but it's not.
So if we're missing out on who this is, let us know. But he waves a magic wand and it lights up and expands a little bit. So it's pretty cool. It's got that Cinderella vibe.
Again, a costume party.
Yeah.
And she is but she's a
But
Cinderella.
That's what it is.
It's fresh.
That's what it's been for years.
Nah, it's cool.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. The red carpet fashion.
Yeah.
That's fresh.
All right.
I'll give her credit.
So you said this was a costume party, huh? We have Katy Perry here.
I cannot. I can't.
She's dressed as a chandelier.
I can't take this serious. Yeah. I cannot take this serious.
Another example of this has to only last 20 minutes.
Yes.
Because how else do you move around in that?
What gets me is her face
literally
is
a light.
So serious, and then she's in a prone
yeah.
Almost when you ever play video games and it glitches or whatever, and the model just glitches.
Yep.
Out. That's what it looks like.
Pretty
dude.
much. I mean, again, she's kind of with that Cardi Lady Gaga crowd, so I don't really expect anything less.
This is just so ridiculous.
It's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
So ridiculous.
She paid someone to make that.
And I guarantee that cost thousands.
Oh yeah. I wonder if that was her idea or if someone approached her with that idea.
From the little I know about fashion, I think designers approach people.
Yeah.
I don't think they really approach the other way around.
Unless you have a very specific idea.
Right.
Which Katy Perry, if you want it to be a chandelier, I mean, good for you.
Good for you.
All right, so we are moving on from the Met Gala. I hope you guys enjoyed our amateur explanations of everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna leave on this. Met Gala is weird. Maybe we'll be make it there someday. We'll have some outlandish.
Maybe we'll
outfit.
dress up as a pineapple. I don't know. We'll go in like literally cheap costumes that you buy at Walmart for like $15.
Like a hot dog costume.
Yes, I think I have a hot dog costume. So yes, that's what we're gonna go, and we'll fit in. That's the funny part. Yeah. We'll fit in with everybody.
We'll go like Game of Thrones edition.
Yes. Yes.
All right, moving on.
Can you guys stop talking about Game of Thrones? Nope, because we're gonna mention Sophie Turner again. All right, so moving on. After the BBMAs, the Billboard Music Awards, yep. I think it was last Wednesday.
Right.
We saw Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas get married.
Not at a wedding, though.
Yeah.
Not like a traditional wedding.
I don't even know if this was the plan or if this was just like a spontaneous thing. But they got married right after the BBMAs in Vegas by an Elvis Presley impersonator.
And that's great because it honestly fits their personality.
Yeah.
What worries me, though, and this is like with all celebrity relationships, it's like, is that really going to last, though?
I mean, if it doesn't, at least they didn't spend a whole lot of money on a big wedding, right?
Facts, yeah. No, it's cool. I mean, she's like more of a hipster, like, non-serious kind of girl, so it fits. Like, it's cool. I guess they invited a bunch of people to the ceremony.
I mean, Diplo live streamed the whole thing on Instagram.
Yeah. There was a bunch of other ones. I can't remember who, but it was just a bunch of musicians.
It was cool because it was right after the BBMAs, so they got like Dan and Shay to sing Speechless, their big song, as Sophie walked down the aisle. So, I mean, it was pretty cool. Yeah. It's funny. And I think we're also surprised because Nick Jonas, I think it was last year, not even, had that 2 giant weddings with his wife.
Joe's like, psych.
Yeah, Joe's like, you know what? No one wants a wedding again.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to do this in Vegas.
Dog.
But I mean,
I respect it.
Good for them.
Yeah.
We love Sophie, so.
She's funny.
Not a fan of Sansa right now.
Like in the show, like separate from Game of Thrones, she's honestly like a pretty funny person.
Follow her on Instagram for sure. She's hilarious.
Funny. She has a fresh accent too.
Yep. I love me some accents. All right, moving on. So we got Instagram.
Yeah.
What happened with Instagram? What's going on?
Instagram is kind of testing the waters, or going to test the waters with removing likes, followers on Instagram, so that I don't know if you can't see it, or I know it's definitely like everyone else can't see it, but I'm not sure if it'll remove it for yourself.
Yeah,
either.
I was wondering that too. Like, because then what would be the point of liking a picture if no one sees it at all?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
So that's why I think maybe the person. Well, actually, I don't know, because the way they made it seem that the person wasn't gonna.
The whole idea. We'll just explain the whole idea. The whole idea behind this is it's gonna stop people from feeling so self-conscious and stop.
Which is a good.
It makes sense, and Kanye talked about this, which is maybe why they're doing it. But I get it, and I'm open to try it. You know, I feel like sometimes when you have such a set system, it's like, oh, we can't do this, and then we don't know what the other one could be.
Plus, one thing we know from experience is like when you start out something, whether it's a business or like for us a podcast or something like that, I feel like we do pay too much attention on the likes.
Yeah,
and that's a problem. We probably shouldn't do that. But to get rid of it completely, I don't know.
I mean, I tell you what, some of those Instagram models and Instagram influencers are going to have a rough time not getting their likes.
It's kind of serious because, like, that's their livelihood.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, don't they get paid? Like, some of their sponsorships are based on likes and stuff like that.
Yes,
so that's kind of a big thing. Like, that's talking about possibly, like, renegotiating contracts and stuff.
And that's a very dodgy move from Instagram because that could completely devalue their platform.
I know, which... They
ballsy.
Really don't want to do right now because they're on top of the world. I'd say they're probably the biggest social media right now. Twitter's kind of slacked a little bit and Instagram took over. They're right. It's neck and neck between them.
It's different from both of them. Instagram it's tough because like Twitter is more conversational, and I know like a lot of politics or maybe even like niche areas like soccer or baseball or stuff like. Yeah. I feel like the more conversation goes on there, but Instagram for like media, like pictures and videos. I think definitely wins that.
I just feel like businesses, music, podcasts, definitely influencers, easier. Instagram is where it's at now. If it's going to change, because I feel like it used to be Twitter.
It's tough. Like
I
don't know. Like some of the strategies used on Instagram can't really be implemented for Twitter. It's just a different ball game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you actually think this is going to help though?
I mean, no, especially because I don't think they're going to take it out completely. I feel like you're still going to be able to go in, like click on it. Like, for instance, you know how videos now, it shows the views and then you have to click to see the likes?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it'll just be something like that.
Think so?
Yeah, I don't think they'll get rid of it completely. Because then what's the point of liking a video, like a photo?
Yeah, there's no point.
I don't get the point.
It's just strange. I get it. You know, people are really self-conscious about likes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just like a personal problem, though.
No, for sure. Because if it's not Instagram, it's going to be, likes on Twitter. It's going to be retweets. It's going to be something else.
There's always
going to be the amount of text messages you get.
People are always going to find a way that they want satisfaction or to reinsert themselves. Yeah. And I don't know what it could be. I mean, if it's not likes, maybe it's people. I don't know. But people always want to reassure themselves, and they always feel like they're self-conscious. And I totally understand that. Especially girls. I understand why they're self-conscious, but I also feel like that's just problems within that need to get dealt with.
Yeah, because I mean, this is a good move on Instagram's part, but like this isn't going to solve the problem.
You see, the thing is, I agree with you, but at the same time, I'm always curious to see like, what if it does? Cause
yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to see, but I just don't think it will.
Nah,
just because it's such a specific thing, and like you said, in so many other aspects of life, the same issues are seen. I mean, simply like going to school and how many people compliment you,
right,
or something like that, or how many people like look at you and smile. I don't know. But I mean, it's the same thing. It's just not on. Granted, Instagram is a huge part of everyone's life, but I don't know.
And they're gonna have the followers too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty big because people are all about followers.
Yeah.
In a sense, it could be good because maybe people will actually focus on the content.
I just think there's too many consequences to actually doing this.
It's definitely ballsy.
Have they announced if they're actually doing this?
I think they're gonna try.
They're gonna try it.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen very, very soon, but in the near future.
I also wonder, like, say they do eliminate likes completely so that no one can see them. So what about like old pictures?
I think they just take the likes off.
So you just wouldn't be able to see anything?
Because I think when you post an old video, like if you post videos back then, I think they changed the views thing. Yeah,
that's kind of weird.
I don't know, man.
But I mean, going back to comments are still going to be there. Granted, you can shut off your own comments, but
right, like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
What a bum. But yeah, I don't. Maybe comments is going to be the new form of gratification. Yeah. See, there you go. You
just have to comment on everyone's thing.
Right.
Comment on the Matt and JD podcast.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about this Instagram thing. And just let us know if we're good looking.
We ask simple questions. Please. Just
answer. Just answer the question. We're going to be asking more questions this summer too. So if you're like, listen guys, I have been. Well, good. We appreciate that.
Oh yeah, you guys are legends.
And keep it up because we're going to be posting more questions.
But just like to close this out.
Yeah.
I understand where they're coming from with this, and it might work. I mean, I'm open to see how it does, a little test run. But I think a lot of the problems isn't really the social media's fault. I think it's more inner problems that
I think
need to be sorted out.
They just think that this may be an aspect of those inner problems, so if fixing this might fix that, which I don't think it will because I think there's so many different things that go into it.
It's not the source of the problem.
Yeah.
It's just, it'll help the problem, but it won't fix the problem.
I just think with all the businesses and stuff, I think a lot of people actually do rely on likes, not so much for inner reasons, but like for actual,
for business
maybe even
reasons,
financial reasons. So
of course.
I feel like you just can't do that, but we'll see. Maybe they find a way around it. So I don't know. We'll see. But we're moving on to a giant potato.
Right.
That's what we're moving on to. Why do we care about this giant potato?
You think, this is just some recreation of a potato. It's actually a giant potato.
A giant potato. And it's an Airbnb.
Where?
In Idaho. Which makes sense because Idaho and potatoes.
Are those potatoes on the side of the potato?
That would be fitting, right?
I think that is.
It looks like it. That just makes sense. But anyways, my brother actually just went to Idaho. He's in the Navy. He got sent there for a week or two.
Right.
And he actually drove past this. And it's literally just a potato in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
But you can stay in it for $200 a night.
200?
$200 a night, which is pretty pricey for a small ass potato.
That is kind of outrageous.
Like it's a big potato, but it's a small place to stay.
And is this is it like an underground bunker maybe?
Let's look.
I mean, this is just, it's kind of weird. Like, is this near things? I don't know. This seems a little bit strange.
It's a 6-ton potato structure that was created to promote I don't think it's not an actual potato.
It's not an actual potato?
Goon. Nah.
Okay, but it's still a potato.
It's a fake potato.
But it's still a potato.
That thing would rot. Like, it wouldn't last.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they can put pesticides on it. I don't know. But regardless, it's like a potato that you can stay in. That's kind of strange.
Yeah, $200 a night though. I don't know if I would spend that to stay in a potato. So we'll throw up another picture of the inside of the potato here. I mean, it's pretty small, and it doesn't go into the ground.
And where is this near? I'm assuming this is just out in like middle of nowhere too.
Yeah, so it sleeps two. There's one queen bed, a small bathroom, a kitchenette, a fireplace, and air conditioning as well.
That's kind of a lot for that potato.
That's a lot for an extremely small, big potato, but a small place to stay. So it's 28 feet long, 12 feet wide, and 11.5 feet tall.
I mean, I guess if you have nothing better to do,
I
check
guess.
out the potato. I don't. It's weird. I wouldn't do it.
If you're looking for a fun fact about this potato, it has toured the U.S. for 6 years. Just so people could see it.
But it's not real, I thought.
Well, no, it's a giant fake potato, but who doesn't want to see a giant fake potato? Am I right?
Oh, what a strange world we live in. I wonder how many likes this potato is going to get on Instagram.
Oh, hold on. It's a $200 night stay, plus a $31 service fee and a $16 in occupancy taxes and fees. So it's a total price of $247.
Why would you ever want to stay here?
Just so that you can say that you stayed in a potato. Like, think about it. If you're an Instagram influencer or something,
I mean,
it'd be an interesting take.
I mean, yeah, it'd be cool for like a...
I'll shoot like a music video there.
Do it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's make a vlog
$250 for one night. We just have to get to Idaho.
I mean, once the
that would be a pretty cool vlog.
Once the cash starts rolling in from this podcast, that's where we will be.
We're gonna stay in a potato. That's how we're gonna reap our benefits of this podcast is in a potato.
I guess that's really all to say about that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty much all we have for the podcast today. It was kind of a quick one.
It wasn't too much.
We're just getting back into the swing of things.
Right.
You know, our minds are pretty much solely on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So,
and finals,
but we
partially.
Yeah. But we didn't want to swamp you guys with Game of Thrones content because there's probably a lot of you, and by a lot I mean probably like 2 or 3 that that don't like Game of Thrones. But
yeah, I mean, we're not a Game of Thrones channel. I just want to get that clear.
We're not. And I mean, once Game of Thrones ends, that's pretty much going to be it.
Until they start releasing the prequel series.
Then we're going to talk about it. But
that's probably years away.
And probably not in as much detail. I mean, who knows if they're even going to be good? They're going to be good. I'm just kidding. I trust those writers with my life.
It's not the same writers.
They're going to be... They're not going to write the show, but they're going to kind of overlook it, I heard. Like, they're going to give
George
their...
R. Martin.
Yeah, they're going to give their input and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It'll probably be good.
Right.
We're going to watch it anyways. They're going to make a ton of money. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for today.
Thanks for listening to
we
us
hope
if you got this far.
Yeah, make sure you follow us on the socials, Matt and JD. Instagram, Twitter. Like, subscribe, comment on this YouTube channel.
I'm off from finals. He's almost off from finals.
I got a week left.
Just wait until we can start producing content like a machine.
Yes.
You guys are going to miss them. We're going to have all kinds of videos, all kinds of podcasts. You don't want to miss
And we'll be announcing some side projects that's going on. So,
absolutely.
So stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching this video. And we will catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Later.